Have we hit the? Okay,
Mhm.
cool. Welcome to the Figment Collective. This evening we will be playing SeaTac by Night. I'm Az. I will be your storyteller for this evening. Happy Friday the 13th, everybody. It's a great night to tell a vampire story. And here we have our lovely coterie, Milo. Who are you playing this evening?
I am playing Indigo, the tech savvy Ravnos.
Wonderful. 3LC. Who are you bringing to the table?
I am playing Allison Whitmore, a Toreador, and a diplomat.
Just a diplomat. Just a tiny little diplomat.
That's right.
Avery. Who you got?
Hello, this evening I will be playing Dr. Alistair Moon, playing Samise with a bender towards humanity and a talent for the macabre.
Perfect. Who's your character?
Hi. I will be playing Pearl Osprey, our lovely flower child gangrel who is overly sweet and a hippie. She doesn't do any violence at all. No.
I'm gonna roll insight check on that. But Mike, who you got, man?
Good morning for me. I'll be playing Magnus Ruin. Gangrel pop to all the kitties out there. That's about it.
That's about it. That's all that's going on.
That's
right.
all I'm telling in secret.
That's all you're telling? There's no secrets in this game. Shh.
Oh
What?
no.
No secrets at all. No secrets or lies that led to the destruction of an entire sect last game. And the fallout of the SI going to the streets in full force. Our coterie had separated. They've been doing their individual things, keeping their unlives, unlike some in these nights. However, there was a conversation that was to be had in the woods outside of a hunting cabin where Magnus and Olivia, prince of the city if you ask some people, had gone to feed, gone to slake that hunger. And he had asked her what the hell was going on.
He did indeed.
And among the bodies, while Magnus feasts on his heart, Olivia tells him of decades that he's been away, of what she decided to do. 'Cause it wasn't fair. Treating the lower clans as less than. Everybody using their favors and debts to gain power. Watching what Gran did to this city. Too much power she had. Too much power, and no one could explain it. So I found an inn. Found someone who wanted to leave, and I had found someone who could make it so people would think reality was what they made it. So I took Cross's child's place, and I tried to learn everything I could. Try to make it so our clan stayed alive, what little of us they left. And I got close. And then everything happened. Some child showed up that Cross took an interest in. And at that point, I was considered the prince's child. Fucking joke. nightmare. Next thing
You
I
know-
knew, everything exploded.
Well, you
Yeah,
just went from
what?
one shit fire to another one, didn't you, Liv?
Seems that way.
So who was this person that could make people believe what they saw?
I found them. I was trying to search for someone. I don't know much about them. Just know what they can do.
And that's not fucking suspicious to you?
It was better to make a deal.
It's never better to make a deal. Speaking of, who else knows about your little charade?
Most of the coterie. Took a while, but figured they'd be good, reliable allies.
And if they turn out not to be,
They die.
fair enough. So you put me with them for a reason. Well, you and Merrick. What do you want me to do?
Merrick's just worried.
The cub's got a soft heart.
He
But
does. He
he's
always
got
has.
brains. You're not with him for his looks, Liv. You're with him for his fucking head, let's be honest.
Yeah. Definitely the head. So,
I see what you did there.
I think I'm funny, right?
Yeah.
I was so close to making this city someplace where we'd actually be able to just exist without them using fucking human pawns. Watching a bunch of fledglings die that didn't have a chance to even try to be something.
Well, that's our way, Liv. If they couldn't survive that, they couldn't survive the years ahead of them.
They were hunted down.
By the Sabbat, by that little keeper you had me deal with. And now the city's fucking infested with hunters as well.
I want the hunters gone and I want the Sabbat dealt with. And in the meantime, I don't want all-out war. So I need people who know what's going on. So they don't try to
No,
interfere.
you need people who are surgically incised to kill and get out.
I said what I said. I want people gone. I want the threats gone.
The hunters will never go away.
No.
The
But the other
Sabbat,
threats.
they're a remnant of what they used to be.
I believe that's putting it lightly.
Then there's the Valkyrie problem, but I'm assured they're all dead.
I made sure of it.
Don't mind if I do my own investigation on that, do you?
No.
I'm sure Mother would be proud.
Do what?
So what can you tell me about these coterie members? Let's start off with the doctor, Alistair.
He believes a purpose in humanity.
Well, that's fucking
Respect
adorable.
that. And I owe him. He wants to be kept out of most things, but he has useful information.
All right.
Ellie just wants to survive.
Smart girl.
Indigo's too smart for her own good.
Alright, you're giving me the basics. Clans.
You're not gonna touch her. She's mine.
Allie, why would I touch her?
Indigo.
Why would I touch her? She's not a fucking caitiff, is she?
She's Ravna's.
Oh. Hmm. Well, I have a cat now.
Pretty sure you've had several.
There's another joke there, Liv. Still.
Stuck
Rav
in the
knows.
tower. The only chance I get to make jokes. Yes.
True. And you haven't killed her for a reason, I suppose.
She's useful.
Well, you've claimed her as yours, so I'm not going to touch her. And I'll pretend I don't know. Then again, I'm not as
As far as
hard
I
on
know,
the
she's
Bravo
a
as some.
very interesting Malkavian from the rumors that have been being spread.
Yeah, I'm sure her and Signa get along just fucking fine.
Signy in town.
Somewhere.
I'll have to stop by and say hi.
Mm,
Allie, though. Allie's. Feel for her.
you feel for her.
She's much too young. While at the same time being older to know better.
Ah. Young enough to still do stuff, but old enough to know better.
Mm.
Okay. And what is she? Ruha?
You'd think so. She's one of the roses, but I think she comes from some very specific lines.
Ah. Baby Toreador. Fair enough. And the good doctor.
Good doctor's a Samisi.
That's okay, I don't have to gut him for transforming in front of me then.
Mm.
But a Zamisi doctor, that's about on the fucking nose. Not trying to cure cancer, are they?
I don't know. I don't keep track. Keep track of what I need to know.
Alright.
He minds his business. I mind mine.
Marek told me to check out the wreck.
Ah, yes, Aaron. Not that he remembers me.
Whoin?
Someone that's been here for a bit.
Hmm.
It's more of a
You
Merrick
look perturbed.
conversation.
Trouble?
I'm just tired.
Your
I need to
balls
get
deep in
cleaned up
blood,
and
how
go
the fuck are
home.
you tired? Come on, Liv.
Now, Magnus, you look at Olivia. She looks exhausted. I need to get cleaned up and go home.
Yeah, you do.
And then head back. So,
But a word to the
I
wise,
want to make sure that they have a chance. That's why I
Yeah.
asked you to do what you did.
but a word to the wise, Liv. Don't pretend to be something you're not. It's not a good look for you.
Soon I won't have to. If everything works out. I still want
We'll
all
see.
that bloodshed. Yet.
Go on. I'll meet you there.
And so, nights go past. Now, in another part of the city, a lovely party happened at a warehouse, some choices were made. Some things occurred that brought two of our coterie members a little closer together. Allie and Indigo, you've been stuck together for a few nights, learning more about each other than maybe either of you are comfortable.
I see. I think I'm. What is Indigo doing right now?
If they're at her haven, she is working on shit, files, documents,
Okay.
using her laptop to keep track of the drones still. Making sure that
Downloading
kindred
the
she knows
footage.
at least.
Okay. So
Downloading the
she's-
footage, making sure that kindred she know aren't being caught on the cameras by conveniently turning them just a little to one side.
Okay. Ellie's going to keep an eye out on her phone for messages and if anything comes in. And she's going to. Well. Hello there.
Hello. Again.
Are you sure you need this many screens?
Yes, I'm sure I need this many screens.
I'll take your word for it. Is it possible that you could fly one of these close to a certain area if I gave you an address?
I could, but if it's not a place you want the SI to see, then it's not a wise idea to do it.
It's something I would be fine with them looking, unless they're potentially already looking at it.
I mean,
The-
what places are being shown on the drones?
The location and the location that she'll give you is an address for Harrison's house.
Are the drones looking at Harrison's house? That address?
They are. Okay.
They're already there,
Yes,
yeah.
they are.
Okay. That confirms that. Have you learned of anything about what potentially went down in the area where Pearl and them were?
Yeah, that's what I'm uploading right now, right? Is that Yeah, I'm pulling that information right now. See what it is.
Very well then. So Allie's going to take a look at that Polaroid that she took.
You're gonna need to remind me about the Polaroid.
It's of Cromwell.
It's of Cromwell.
Ah,
Yep.
of Cromwell. The
My
bat.
bird.
Yes.
Don't tell him.
You see that fun little glow around this bird that lets you know that there's something going on with him. And that brings you down to 7 more photos.
Mm-hmm.
You do get a message from Gwen saying that she's gonna swing by and grab you. It's been 72 hours, they're making her go home.
Okay.
But Indigo finishes downloading, it finishes rendering,
Mm-hmm.
and it starts to play. You can hear the sounds of a team going in, saying that they've cleared the rooms. And you realize how young these kindred had to have been based on the fact that they still have bodies for the SI to gather. They collect them up.
Mm.
You haven't seen a lot of these people before the house is burned to the ground. You head in. You see maybe what used to be a kitchen covered in some sort of black ichor. You head further into what appeared to have been an office. Allie, are you watching the cameras? You see a pendant around the neck with a body with no head. You see a pile of ash beside. You see the chains and earrings that you associate with Henrietta. You also see several ghouls that you recognize, completely eviscerated. And the rest of the house is much the same. This was an all-out massacre.
Eviscerated meaning, how do they look eviscerated? Does it look like somebody shot them up, or... Because I'd like to pause on that. Rip them apart. I'd like to pause on that and get a still of it.
Okay. You do. You see what appears to be either through sheer force of strength they were ripped apart, but you also see giant gouge marks across chests and walls. You also see the bodies of several agents scattered about. You hear chatter in the background about the first strike team. No survivors.
Is this where this video is coming from? Is this anywhere near... excuse me. Is this anywhere near where the library was? Elias's study.
You know, if you go back. Yes.
And is it gone?
You see a lot of it has been burned.
I'd like to take a still of the library too, if there are books.
There are.
Like this, to see if any of them that are left are discernible on what potentially they are.
Allie actually knows what they all are.
Indigo doesn't. So
I know.
She's gonna...
You know that some of them are missing.
And they're at Kay's docks. Thank you, Kay.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Okay, so this...
You see that they are pulling body cams off of the other agents.
Mm-hmm.
Saying that they're going to take and get those down to tech. See what the fuck happened.
Does that look a little odd to you, Indigo? The decapitations.
Which thing?
The decapitations and the others I can see. But those
Not if...
that look like they're mangled by some sort of wild animal. That seems a bit odd.
Not really. Lots of things could do that. Also, if they knew they were dealing with kindred, a decapitation would be a normal thing to do. It's one of the easier ways to, so.
Understandably.
Which means whatever it was or whoever it was knew that was the fastest way. Any stake marks on any of them? Look like they had been... Okay.
But some are decapitated, and some are just torn apart. I don't know of any agent that can accomplish that.
But we're assuming this was one thing. What if it was more than one? Some did the decapitation, some did the tearing.
Exactly.
Decapitation's clean,
Jagged.
jagged.
Looks like it was on one swipe.
Okay.
So not like pulled, like torn off, like the other ones being ripped apart, not like what Milo did to that. Sabah. Okay, got it.
I see. I don't know if it's an individual or more. I mean, it was an entire team in there, and there seems to be, well, it's difficult to...
The body cams. Those body cams would have that information.
Mm-hmm. We need to discern right now if what happened with them was potentially friendly fire or something else. Could have been any sort of resistance that the group had put together. I mean, but from the looks of it, they were taken much by surprise, I'd imagine.
Well, based on what the drones, something in the, not the coding of the drone, but something coded, that is what they were looking for.
So they were looking for this place explicitly.
They were looking for something explicitly. I don't know what that is yet.
Interesting. So, they either have a way that they found out, or someone leaked the information to them.
Mm-hmm.
That's troublesome. Very troublesome.
Nothing about this isn't.
All right. I guess we'll go over what we can with the rest and formulate a plan from there.
Yeah.
When your phone starts to go off, Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm in the parking lot. Where are you?
I'm not located there. I'm going to have to actually meet you somewhere, specifically.
This isn't funny, Ellie. I need you to get in the fucking car, okay? I need to get you home. I need to get you home, and I need to find Cullum. I
understand.
need to get you in the car, okay? Where are you? And I can get you in the car and get you home, okay? All right?
I will meet you at a specific address here shortly. I will call you back in just one moment. It'll be all right. Don't worry.
1 minute, and then I'm tracking your phone. And she hangs up.
I need to leave your establishment, your haven. It's been wonderful to stay here.
That's my establishment. Sounds fancy.
I recognize that you do not want this place, obviously, compromised or disclosed in any manner. And if you have concerns about that, then we have steps that we can take.
I mean...
Otherwise, I'll be leaving here, going to the nearest cross street, and having my associate pick me up.
I assume you're not going to tell anybody since you're the one that mentioned discretion in the first place. So.
I've taken upon it myself to ask just in case, because some are very particular about their places of residence.
Look, Allie. As long as you don't tell anybody, it's fine. Also, if you're ever in a jam and in the area, you can come by and use it if you need to. It's pretty well hidden.
Right. And step over the last step, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Otherwise, you'll set off an alarm, which you probably won't actually be able to turn off because it requires a code that I know. So I don't just have that written anywhere. So
Very well then. Thank you for your hospitality.
you're very welcome.
I'll go over to her bag, make sure everything's sorted, put everything away, and give Indigo a nod. We'll see you soon. And she'll
See you
exit.
soon. I'll make sure.
Yeah,
I'll make sure none of the drones are.
And she
nearby.
tells Indigo what the cross street is, and as she exits the haven is when she'll call Gwen back and set up the pickup.
And the pickup is set up. Gwen gets you home safely with the assistance of Indigo. And you spend the next few nights doing as we discussed.
Excellent.
You check in with everyone. It takes a while for both of you. Indigo, you're trying to get a hold of Q about what's going on, as is your
Prue.
job. And you're trying to get a hold of Prue. Prue answers, no problem.
Cool.
You know that, hey babe, how's it going?
Hey, have you checked the news recently?
I am on a boat right now, so nope.
Cool. As long as that boat's not anywhere near Seattle, that's some good news.
Is everything okay? Do you need me to come home?
No.
No.
The city is basically on lockdown. The SI has drones in the air just looking for anyone and everyone.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Good to know. I have to kill this phone now, so I'll call you back at a different number, and I'm gonna check in a few hours. Okay. Right. I love
All
you.
right.
Bye. Click.
Bye. Love you too. Okay. All right then. Yeah, gonna check in with Jimmy. I'm gonna check in with Q. Those are the other people I'm gonna check in, and then I need to move to the temporary place Jimmy let me have before the 7 nights is up. So
You get to check in with Jimmy. I will never remember these ghouls' names based on you guys picking
it
on them
wasn't Douglas.
so hard last Chronicle. It is Douglas. One of them is named Douglas.
It's Douglas. Was it Matt? No, I don't remember his
No.
name.
One of them is named Douglas. You called them John Cena and The Rock, okay? They're stuck in my head that way now. They had names. They had families. They had lives. No, they've been reduced to nicknames. Anyway, one of them gets a hold of you and says that everything is going as normal as it can. Stay out of the office. Mind your business. Come back to work next week. If they need you to do tech things, don't.
So I'm okay. Am I not allowed to go to? Then I'm gonna have to go to the other office and to
No.
camp.
Work.
Yeah. Oh, stay out of that office. Okay, cool. Because I'm gonna have to I think Jimmy is closer, so I'm just gonna go to the closest next location when I need, so I don't burn and die.
Yeah, it's important. So you guys get that wrapped up. Eventually, you get a call from Q.
Me?
Yep. He says that. What do you need? I got like 20 missed calls from you. What do you need?
I am checking on you because you haven't been answering your phone. Just you're alive. That's all I wanted.
Okay. I'll swing by a few nights. I go.
I have the drones. Just I can turn the attention away from you. I was trying to get a hold of you.
Yeah. Cullum and I got stuck.
Do you need
I'll talk to
help?
you later. I'm fine. I don't need anything.
Can I track his phone when we hang up?
Oh, you can.
I'm gonna.
roll me your wits attack, your intelligence attack. So you're gonna
Okay.
track his phone. Allie. It's early in the morning when Cullum finally comes home. He looks bad. You know that the last time you saw him, he was supposed to go on a date night with Tasha. And then Tasha called. And then the SI attacked. So, he explains exactly what happened, how Q and him met up.
Okay.
At the normal location. And got cornered by those lovely, lovely new gadgets that Matthias Consolidation has been using.
Okay.
7?
Mm-mm.
He's at a house out of Queen Anne's.
Mark it on a map.
Okay. And they ran through oblivion to get out. And he never, ever wants to do that again.
He's going to make sure he's comfortable. Lay him down.
Yeah.
What do you need? Do you need anything?
Ollie, I'm good. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'm just taking that. Okay.
Take all the rest that you need.
Oh, he passes the fuck out.
She's just gonna be there, just kind of gently squeeze his shoulder and just kind of go like that. And then make sure that she's gonna actually look him over for cuts, bruises, open wounds, anything.
Oh, he's got a couple bullet wounds. Yeah.
Okay.
You look at his hands. He was definitely doing what Cullum does best with those serious putty, I believe is what we decided to call it.
Yep. He's pretty handy with the explosives, yes.
You take the next few nights, and you all recover. Pearl!
Well, hello.
Reese definitely took you home as soon as Olivia and Magnus came back.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have a couple nights to stay in.
Yeah. Hopefully to
Is there
repair
anything
the
you wanted to
window
do?
of my bug.
Oh,
Repair the
yep,
window
the
on
window.
my bug.
Yeah.
Olivia's gonna get a bill for the window later.
Absolutely fair.
Absolutely fair. She's gonna ask Reese if there's anybody that he has to call. Anybody that he knows here.
Anybody that I have to? No, I don't have to. I don't have to get a hold of anyone. Like I'd prefer if no one knew I was here. I think that would be perfect if we just kept that down here on a list of awareness. Like I think that's best for everybody involved. Really.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know they're gonna find out eventually, right?
And I will take and figure it out at that point.
It's better to rip the band-aid off now.
Yeah, probably. Well, when some of these things clear out, maybe I'll stop seizing people. But for now, probably should stay low. Last time it got like this, like the Baron and the Prince died, so you know.
You know that is not helping the situation at all.
What do you mean?
You said the Baron and the Prince died last time something like this happened.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that was
Who's
like 10 months ago.
10 months ago?
Mm.
Considering Olivia's the Prince, Merrick is the Baron. That's a
Yeah,
problem.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Olivia became like something about practice got called for or some shit. Merrick took over because that's what Merrick decided to do, and I was over there with
Yeah,
some other
yeah.
people.
Uh-huh. You
So
were doing the things that we do not talk about.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically it was good for business, but like, you know,
We're not doing it again.
not doing it again. Nope, nope. We're gonna just lay low for a
Mm-hmm.
few nights, and then it'll all blow over. Everything will be all right. Maybe
I would
I'll.
like to use my famulus, because I have
Uh,
one,
yeah,
to surveil. It's a hawk. Nobody's gonna really pay it any mind.
yeah, you do.
Yep.
You get to
What
see
does
the
it relay?
drones. There's
Yeah.
drones everywhere. There's fucking security out in force.
Mhm.
And because, if I remember right, your famulus pays attention very well.
Mhm. He good burb.
Several streets away, someone's place has gotten attacked. But they seem to be staying away from this house.
That's a little odd.
A little bit.
Yep.
Drones seem to be stopping at a certain point and kind of just veering off slightly.
I'm gonna have to ask Ileana about that.
Ileana grabbed Luke. She would have told Magnus this and headed out of the city for a little bit.
Figured as much. Gotta keep the small ones safe.
Mm-hmm.
When Illy gets back, she's gonna ask why the drones and stuff avoid this house specifically.
Right.
Storyteller note. But other than that, Pearl is not really doing much. She's laying low. She knows better. Survival is key right now.
Yeah. So you spend the next few nights chilling with Reese, him trying to not talk about people he knows in the city. And Alistair. Dr. Moon, the last we left, you and Bryn raided a mall based on some information you'd received. You'd woken up that next evening after everything closed, got to take a look around, where you found some very interesting things in the security room.
Well, first things first, where those are considered. Alistair will make sure to embed in the mind of the security guard that he will go to the room where these things are, and he will realize that they are not supposed to be here, and he will have someone called to remove them in short order.
We do that. The things are removed. The things being Bryn and Alistair tracking down the lines that have been set up to the sprinkler system, to the vats located in the back rooms, with those lovely sigils drawn that Alistair's seen a dozen times, 100 times. A setup for a mass embrace, for a nice little blood dance, to make sure everybody's singing Kumbaya.
Now let's just sort of look around. How many others were created the night that you were made? Do you know?
Really, I remember the fight afterwards.
Was there a specific number of you allowed to survive?
No,
Curious.
no, they just kind of pulled us all into the house, and then we kind of just. I'm thinking, based on this, maybe they got taken out, or sometimes, a couple people would leave, only one or two would come back. Sometimes no one came back, you know.
Very well.
So what is this?
They prepared these vats as Voldry chalices and planned to transmit their blood via the sprinkler when the newly created ones arose from their brief slumber. They would find themselves compelled to drink the blood which poured from the sprinklers, thus effectively creating a Voldry and a mass embrace all at once.
It that's not how that worked. Like you do the
It may not have worked that
arc.
way for you, but it seems, perhaps,
Oh,
there is someone butting in on Bishop's territory when it comes to embrace.
yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
Alyson, does any
Yeah.
of that ring a bell?
There
Any
was there was
names come to mind?
there was these two people that used to stop by, and Bishop would make us all, guard everybody. But um there and I, I don't remember the other one's name. She was um she kind of looked, and you watch as Brent, it's like she's trying to remember.
Quite all right if the memory escapes you, my dear. It's not highly pressing.
I didn't like her.
These will be removed shortly, so any ideas of trying to just up and go with an embrace here will be foiled. They will need setup time, which will be noticeable if we keep eyes on this place. That is the
Do
goal.
we?
One cannot win the game of chess in one move. Although one move does lay the foundation for the end of the game.
It's strategy rather than brute force. Yeah, Ryan needs to talk about that.
Brute force has its place within strategy, of course. That is generally the idea.
So, do we get to go home now?
Yes, I have 4 procedures and a consult this evening, so I had best make haste, as it were.
Is it safe, though?
It's always safe to me. I guarantee you, both they and you know very little about the man that is Dr. Alston.
And you head home. You get your procedures done. You have several missed calls.
Yes, we have to reschedule and make it to the aforementioned coffee date, which I have planned.
Mm-hmm. Information. Yeah. Samantha is her first name. You had a coffee date with her a couple days ago that you never showed up to. Worley. Samantha Worley.
Yes, Alistair will give Dr. Worley a call.
Dr. Worley.
Samantha.
Hi. Can I help you?
Would, before we get any further,
Mm-hmm.
would like
I have patience.
to apologize for the lack of communication on my absence to a planned rendezvous. I had an emergency procedure here at the house, which ended up being much more complicated than I thought.
Right.
Subsequent days, recovery of the patient has been they've coded several times now. Focus is not as it should be. And for that I apologize.
How's the patient doing now?
Stable, but under heavy watch.
Good to hear.
That's the thing they don't tell you about metastasizing cancer within the body of a pediatric patient is more luck than science some days.
It feels that way. Eventually. It won't, though.
Is the aim of the great work.
I'm booked for a while, but
I will bring coffee to you.
all right.
Text
Have to
me
go.
your order. Have the consult paperwork ready. And we can chat over the consultation.
I'll be in touch.
Thank
Bye.
you, Samantha. Hang up the phone. Lean back into his office chair. I had forgotten how complicated interpersonal relationships with humans can be.
They can be quite difficult.
And yeah, other than taking coffee and meeting with Samantha.
I froze. You guys froze. Oh, there we go. Everybody's moving again.
There we go.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi.
Yeah, other than coffee, it's work as normal for Alistair.
You do have a
duration.
message that is from Miss Natasha Hart,
Oh dear.
who is just calling to check to make sure that Dr. Moon is still around.
Alistair will send a very rare text.
Hmm.
I've heard this counts as a subsequent checking. If you respond, I'll know you're all right.
Hanging in there. Good to hear from you, Dr. Moon.
Alistair has a lever on red.
Yep. Now, I'll have a bunch of information you've gotten. When Cullum wakes up, he actually goes through all of your body cam footage, Allie. For the past 4 nights, he has some commentary on the warehouse party which you attended, in which, Allie, you, got a little high on everything. And you got to see someone that Cullum has seen before when hanging out with Devlin. The Thin Blood. Grace. Who told you this is her territory. And it's best if maybe you stay away for your own safety. Indigo, you start to go through those files. You start to go through the codes that you've gotten. You start to use Photoshop to create some very interesting images of the Ventru Primogen. And you realize, with Harrison's help, what those codes mean. The first code that you received is for an unknown entity. The secondary one is for things that Indigo, after a little bit of studying, realize are lupine in nature. And the third one, that file that you randomly grabbed and decided to delete, was what they have on known blank bodies. You all see on the news the cover-ups, the fires, the unnecessary gang violence that the Seattle Police Department has brought to heel. And eventually it simmers down. Now, Gwen was able to get one of the body cams. And she's able to get it to you. And Merritt gets hold of you all, seeing as how things have finally calmed down, that the office is open to you. Now, Indigo, did you let Olivia know about the drones? How you have control of them? I know you
Yeah,
told Q.
so she Indigo would have called anyone she thought was pertinent to know that information, such as Magnus gave her his number, so she would have called him and been like, hey, just let me know your activity around the city and I'll make sure it doesn't get seen. She would have told Prue had stayed on the phone long enough. She would have Olivia, Allie already knew. Yeah, Tasha, she would have told Tasha. Should have messaged Tasha and just been like, hey, let me know your movements around the city and I'll make sure that you're not seen.
So you have the ability to move a little bit more freely with your little tech gremlin over there.
Yeah. Magnus would have told Indigo that he was probably going to check out the rack during this week.
Mhm.
Not
Got it.
as himself, but as a burb. That's his trusty raven form. Just to see what's what.
Roll me some wits and awareness, Magnus, for the rack.
Oh, you want me to roll what's an awareness? Okay. Oh
You're
my.
checking out the rack as a bird.
That's true. Dee. Does my specialty kindred count for awareness?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, lovely. We love this. And I have fed, and I haven't. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you've all been able to take care of yourselves. Make sure that you're well fed.
That's 7 successes.
7 successes. You get to see that while normally a rack, you freely feed. It seems that Aaron has taken his job seriously as Baron to make sure that this place is secured for the kindred who live there under his rather small barony. You find that there is a bar that seems to attract a certain type of individual that you've seen.
I have to say.
You're pretty sure that might be where a lot of the kindred are.
Yeah. Magnus is just like, I own about 6 of these damn places. They all look the goddamn same.
All gangrel bars look alike is fucking clanist, and how dare you?
Am I wrong though?
No.
Is there a is there a stag head in the bar?
Is there? No.
Then it's one of the lower class ones. Yeah. Nag said he's just been flying around investigating it. He hasn't touched ground. And he's not going to until he knows what he needs to do.
Something odd. On the edges of the rack, you catch it. Just the slightest hint of someone ducking in to what appeared to be a manhole cover. But must be a trick of the light because it's gone now. Yeah, Allie, I see you.
God damn my inquisitive fucking nature. He'll fly down closer to the manhole. Still not touch the ground, just look around. Perch on something, just perch on something. I'll have we juke.
You can smell blood. But it quickly goes away.
Get a bit of Nosferatu. He'll fly off. He'll fly back home. Continuous investigation each night just to see. At least for a week. The week we've been relaxing. Oz? Oh my god. You were talking non-guitarist.
Oh my god. Can you hear me now? If I get really close. Yep. I can't put you guys on my lap because I keep hitting you.
Sexy kinda.
Anyway, yeah, you guys have your week to kind of get that together. I'll get you information on what you see. But Merrick
Yeah,
finally sets up that meeting.
he'll be contacting Marek and Olivia during the week just to get information because no one has told him anything about the wreck other than
Yeah.
Aaron runs it. I have no idea who that is. Who the
Yeah.
fuck is he? Who is they? What is they? When is they born?
Clanmate.
Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Liv was closer to them. Was being the operative word.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all he's doing is making sure he knows what's going on before he eventually rolls in there.
Mm-hmm. So, I'll get you that information. But you all get called together. You all said you had information. And it slowly rolls out over the week about who the SI has found. Terrible tragedy, though, about the Keeper of Elysium. Real shame.
I don't know what I plead the fifth.
You plead the fifth over the SI, taking beloved Nathaniel from us all.
Of course.
Tragedy, really.
My heart bleeds.
Takes a while, but Carmen finally checks in. She brings Merrick a necklace. It's a pendant. It's got some sort of sigil carved into it. Allie's seen it before. What Roger wears. The rest of you don't really know anybody, so no one really checks in. But you have video cam footage, Allie, that you're gonna need someone with some higher tech skills to get into.
Mm-hmm. If it's contained on like a USB disk or something like, or sorry, USB drive or something like that, so she'll have it in her bag and
The chip, yeah.
produce it, set it on the table in the office. I believe this is something that we will need to review soon. It will contain some very illuminating footage of recent events. Indigo.
We're all headed to the office, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we all went to
Is
the
there-
office.
Unless there's anything else you guys needed to do right before that meeting.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Okay.
I'm good at the moment.
What's on the USB poker thing?
This is retrieved footage from the strike that occurred in the place where Pearl and the others were.
Pearl, where the fuck were you?
Not that Pearl, a different one.
Bro.
Apologies for.
We're gonna call her the fake Pearl.
Or the
Or
dead
the
one.
now the dead one. Or the dead one.
That will suffice.
Unless she's a friend of all of yours, then we'll call her the... Don't give me that look.
Excuse me?
We could just call her Allie's Pearl.
That's it, Ellie's Pearl.
Okay.
Indigo, would you be so kind as to load this up on a device by which we could view it?
Mm-hmm. Do I have a device with me that can view this?
If I remember right, you always have your laptop with you.
I always have my laptop and my phone.
Yeah.
My
It's something you can
modified,
break
janky
into.
phone. Yeah.
Yeah. So roll me your wits. or intelligence and tech, whichever you prefer.
All right.
You can think on the
Do
fly.
any of
or,
my specialties apply?
hacking.
How did you get the footage then?
This was retrieved by one of my associates who is associated with the SI. One of my
Yeah.
agents, as it were.
So with those guys, do you meet them once a week or once a month or what?
The one
Oh.
The one with myself is, well...
Did you get 8 again?
I did get 8 again.
Okay.
Nice.
Excellent. The one... I believe
I was very happy.
Yeah.
He has arisen from his slumber.
Yeah.
Buddy.
I meet with them as often as I'm able to. They are bonded to me, but they need to be able to conduct their business and their job, as it were.
Well, they gotta maintain a cover, right? But
Absolutely.
don't they have some sort of indoctrination shit going on with them? Like, I don't know, they get clamps on their nipples and electrocuted or something?
You're correct. They do have such a thing, but
Wow,
So-
that's new information.
That
Not-
sounds like a club that
not
Sounds-
exactly
Well,
the clamps. I'm just saying.
I don't know how to indoctrinate somebody, but I assume shock therapy is a part of it.
If that
I
is
mean, only
something
if you
you're
wanna have a good
interested in,
time.
if that is something you're interested in, Mr. Magnus, I do know a few places in the city, but the
If I want to know about cults and indoctrination, I'll ask my son-in-law.
fair
I
enough.
was in a cult for a while.
Just turn.
We're all just gonna turn and look.
Indigo
know?
doesn't turn and look. Indigo's doing something.
I mean, the Ranishis in like the 80s in Oregon. Yeah.
You know what? I hear
Oregon.
Oregon's a weird fucking place, so
Allie will actually look at you, Pearl, with a very much a look of recognition and knowledge when you mention that. Like, she's very much aware of. She was there around that area when that happened. So
Pearl was in the cult. That's prime feeding.
Indigo, please tell me you have something for us before I say something.
Give me just one more. I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
but to answer your
Starts.
question, I think this is important for you to know. You, Gwen, who is the associate of mine. There was another one also called Harrison. He is. What would you say is Harrison's official kind of title, as it were?
Harrison is the head of public relations.
Public relations, thank you. So Harrison is the head of public relations. However, he has a brother named Henry.
Of course, the fucking SI would have a PR department. Hey, join our cult. We kill vampires. Assholes.
Now, I just want you all to be aware that Henry is a problem. He's the
So
lead.
eat him.
Don't eat the SI, Pearl.
You might find this one disagreeable to your palate, Pearl. Rumor has it that they're able to command some sort of divine energy.
He's a fucking priest.
I
Oh,
don't know.
they're better to corrupt. They'll be fine.
I don't know.
You've been
exactly.
spending way too much time with Reese.
This is even before I met Reese.
You've been spending too much time in cults.
It was only the one. There's only the one.
Look,
If you want to get it,
most
Henry-
SI.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I was about to agree with you, Ali. Most SI, their blood just. It's in steroids. Makes their dick small and their fucking blood shit.
This one
And
especially.
Not
you
everyone's
start
blessed like
turning
me,
up
Milo.
the volume.
Who the fuck's Milo?
I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to Indigo.
I was like, just don't misname me. Rude.
No, Indigo, you start turning up the volume, and that's when you start to hear the screaming in the shadows. Shapes. They're moving so fast. You're in a building that is starting to be on fire. There's
Can I
smoke
slow?
everywhere.
Can I take the footage and slow it down to see what is moving in the shadows? The thing that's moving too fast.
I'm not going to send you the reference picture because
Send it to
it's
somebody
gross.
else then. Send it to somebody else. Send
Yeah.
Mike or 3LC.
Yeah.
Listen to the screaming, but like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
whoever is watching Indigo slow the footage down, send it to them, and then just
Yep. But it's a creature of some sort. They are echoing.
This is what they were looking for.
And teeth. Magnus.
yeah.
You've seen something like that before.
I've seen several things. And where the hell was this taken? That was taken at a party or what?
No, this is the body cam footage from the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Body cam? Who the fuck walks about with a body cam on? That's stupid.
SI.
Yeah, the SI, just the SI.
I mean, can we see Ali's body cam? Just wondering.
No.
Thank
No.
God.
The ridiculous amount of dice I rolled when installing that camera is stupid.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. It. This came from they were in a house, and Indigo will pull out the pictures, the stills she took of the bodies afterwards, in the house, and basically be.
Can I get a looking at the video? Can I get like a frame of height of this creature compared to its surroundings?
About 12 feet.
Jesus Christ.
Got an elongated face.
I'm not gonna lie, that looks like a fucking vase, but I thought they were all dead.
What is that exactly?
Zamisi magic. It's better if, well, I don't know where he went, but I'll explain it then. It's when a Zamisi gets a bunch of ghouls together. So when a Zamisi gets a bunch of ghouls together and flesh crafts each of them together to make a big fuck-off creature, and then, using bone crafting to extend their bones to make armor and weapons. I know, normally it takes about 10 to 12 ghouls to create that. They have the power of the ghouls as well. Normally they're the Sabat's atomic bomb because everyone gets the fuck out of the way. Including the Sabat, because those things eat everything. Or it's a Zlakta, but I don't think it's a Zlakta.
Goodness.
Zlakta's just a very fancy Zamisi ghoul.
Storyteller, can I ask you a quick
leaves.
question?
Yeah, it leaves behind a coat of ichor as it goes through. And you see streaks of blood and ash and body parts flying. You watch as this individual eventually gets hit by it.
Oof.
As we're looking at
You
the
watch
camera
the
footage,
house burn.
yeah, is the ichor like burning away at stuff as it touches? Can we see if it's burning away at stuff? 3 LC.
What was your question?
I was going to ask, is it possible that from a distance, based on where Ale was coming away from the theater in Second World War, would she have possibly seen these implemented?
Yeah, you would have seen something like that. The nuclear option. These look a little bit different. There's something off about them.
Well, I'll tell you what. If we ever come up against this fucking thing, don't bite it.
I don't want that in my
Acid
mouth.
blood.
Thanks.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Why would
Nope.
that be your first thought?
Because biting can kill shit. And some people like to bite. I once knew a Nosferatu that the only thing he would
Pinky.
do is bite things. He once bit a zombie. It did not go down well. He was weird.
Pinky.
Sexy, kind of.
The two of you, if you guys think that thing's kinky, then I have more
No, I was
questions.
talking about the biting nose. Like, that's fine.
We got a nos fetish too. What is with people on nos fetishes?
What?
I'm just checking. You
Willpower
said,
check.
Joke. I was joking. It's a joke.
As this is going on,
Pearl's frenzying.
the video is still playing. You still see Iker kind of coating the camera, but you hear this long, drawn out howl.
How will I recognize?
A little bit, yeah. It hurts your ears, though.
And I roll
There's
to
something about it that reverberates. Absolutely. It's just half
Well,
your
it
pool. Let me know what half your pool is.
4.
You're good.
Oh yeah. You know my
And then you
sheet.
start to hear. I know, and then you hear. I don't have it pulled up right now. Google Drive to do anything for me right now. Anyway. Yeah, then you start to hear fighting.
Do we see the fighting?
No. One. How dare
One.
Pop Pop? Pop Pop knows. Pop Pop knows. How dare fucking Pop Pop? You're mad. You're real mad. Magnus, as you're sitting there, all of a sudden there's a pearl in your face.
Agnes is going to reach out and grab by the throat lifter in the air.
Snarling.
He says he's
What
going
do you do?
This is a regular Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
to hold her there when he's talking.
Yeah, so you're holding up Pearl as she's clawing at your face, or trying to. She's got little arms.
It's like a T-Rex.
Oh,
This is
don't-
Allie and
don't
Q.
mention,
Take 2.
Don't mention the sewer rats around this one. I forgot about them.
You mentioned it.
I said I forgot about it. I had a few knocks to the head, and you don't get this pretty from staying in the house all day.
So, you do see 2 blurred shapes
Of course.
roll past. This one's a little bit lighter in shade, but it doesn't have, the added appendages. a little smaller than the other one. But you know those snarls and snaps and howls and the screeching. And the house begins to burn. And then you hear the other teams pull up. You hear people dying. You hear the bullets ricocheting. You hear the grunts of pain. The snaps and snarls. The ripping of flesh and bone.
I'm gonna try something.
Okay.
Can I use heightened senses? Hearing. To see if I can hear any of the background noise a bit clearer. Voices or shouts or stuff like that.
Yeah, you can hear what the fuck is that thing? You can hear those last breaths. You hear the reloading. And then you hear the crackling of fire. They are talking about they don't know what the fuck this thing is. That's what most of the voices are, calling for backup. Where is everyone? Who the fuck called this in?
Well, it looks like Bishop's playing with fucking fire. She's sending that stuff out. Whatever the fuck a Zamisi is. I don't know. Why were we all called
Why
here
these
today?
people?
Why these?
You all kept telling Merrick you had information throughout the week. Except for Pearl. Pearl's been having a great time chilling with Reese. Just
All she texted Merrick is like, "Hey, I'm in town." That's all she said.
Yeah. We'll
Pearl's been
meet up
doing
when I'm
cold
less
stuff.
busy.
I'm here for the cold stuff.
Yeah. Put down. Put me down. Put me down.
So where did this happen? Do you two know? Exactly.
The Indigo would have the exact location from the drones.
Got the map location.
So,
Now,
yeah.
I've been there before.
What's significant about it?
I was there as part of an ambassadorial detachment to go and speak with my Pearl and what remained of their, shall we say, contingent. They were basically holed up there.
Who was your Pearl? Exactly.
She was a fellow Rose. And, no, actually, I'm sorry, Allie wouldn't say that. She would say that she was a Rose. And she went to go speak. I went to go and speak with them due to an issue that had arisen with regards to a former prince of this city. I don't know if you've known them. They're called Lou Grand.
I mean, I know they're dead.
Precisely. They are of their lineage. They were in this part of the city, holed up, and basically they're originally part of an older separate sect than what was originally operating in the city. We were sent
in a Cam City.
In a Cam City.
Or then it was Gangrel territory and Lupine territory.
We were sent there to meet with them, discuss things. The situation was grim. Many who were there were very young in terms of age of their knights. There was one other individual there that was, well, shall we say, different. His name was Elias. Elias is gone now. What was located there was, well, before it got destroyed, was an extensive collection of documentation, record keeping, and others of their sect, their members, who they were tied to, and also some books of more, shall we say, sorcerous nature.
Blood source. So, basically, the SI went to get this shit, and the Sabbat helped them out by destroying everything.
I'll say this.
Why them, though? Is it just because of the books that were in their library?
Weak link, maybe?
We were about to broker a situation or an agreement with them to potentially roll back into us. We were going to help them because they were very much, shall we say, a lame duck out there on themselves. They were lacking the ability to hold their territory and defend it properly. My initial thoughts on this particular attack, they were the easiest target.
Well, it certainly seems like it. Like you said, they were a lame duck. Bunch of fledglings.
Except for one.
This city has a problem with fledglings being killed. First by the Camarilla, now the SI and the Sabbat.
Mm-hmm.
Pearl's like,
Now look
so
at this.
big,
No, he let her down.
Oh,
Okay.
I was like, oh,
He let her down.
I've been the whole time.
Now look at us. 2 Gangrel, a Toreador, and a Malkavian all in a room together.
Allie's gonna cock her head at him.
And they want us to fix the fucking city.
Allie's gonna point to... You mentioned earlier that there was what looked like the remnants of Henrietta in the footage.
Yeah.
Allie's going to request of Indigo to back the footage up to that and pause it there.
It was was she in that footage of the thing, or was she in the footage I had originally looked at?
You can see it in this footage too as they're going through the house. It's
Okay.
much less
All right,
That's true, because there was
Back
2
it up
different
then.
feeds we were looking at.
clear.
it was 2 different. Yeah, so that's why.
That's a good question.
So yeah,
You got
back
2
it.
different angles.
I took a still of that one too, though, so Indigo can just pull the still out of Henrietta.
This one here, this is not a
Because
fledgling.
basically the house burned down and you got an overview of going through the house. This one you're actually walking through.
I recognize all of that. That is the former primogen of the Toreador.
Former as in now she's dead, or former as in when Olivia took Praxis.
Former as
She
in,
left.
former as in now she's dead. She was the current one up
Oh.
until this fate.
And where was this taken?
Where or when? Sorry.
Both.
Both.
When and where was this taken?
That would probably
This
be...
is the drone footage. This is what happened. Ground zero, night of. This is what
Yeah.
sparked the city lockdown.
I find it interesting that Henrietta was there. I don't know if Olivia knew she was there or not.
Magnus is gonna walk back to the table where the map is, because he put that map back down. And he's just gonna mark out more places as they pop up from the attacks. Through a little small axe by that their manhole. Just
It's already marked.
Pearl's
the map.
gonna take a marker and mark the one by the house, by Ellie's house.
This is gonna sound like a dumb question, but does anyone know any Nosferatu in the city? Don't you attack me! Calm your tits. Before I box them off you. It worked.
You're being
He's not
real
friendly.
spicy. You're being real spicy tonight, Lord.
You tried to attack me a minute ago.
That was your fault.
I'm sorry you were offended by the word that is commonly used by our kind. That's a hang-up you need to go to therapy for.
It wasn't the word that I got flared up by. Nosferatu.
So what's wrong with this house here? You put a thing on the map. What's it for?
That was one of the
What we're
houses that
saying.
got attacked.
Oh.
Yep.
But does anyone know any Nosferatu in the city?
A few.
What do you know about the underground?
Yes, Allie. What do you know about the underground?
Ollie's gonna go over to the whiteboard, flip it over.
Yep, on the
Grabs-
other side.
Yep, onto the other side. Grab a couple of markers.
There's still a giant hole in it.
I'm sorry.
One girl.
It was snack time.
Do you mention that out loud as snack time?
Neck time.
Okay. Because Allie will be like, use a whiteboard to kill your prey. Interesting.
I mean, worst weapons in the world.
If it works, right? So she's going to start drawing out a rough kind of sketch outline of Seattle as it is. And then mark different spots, different cardinal locations, and then connect them and highlight a certain point that is, I'm forgetting the name associated with it. It's the Underground Tours, but what's the name associated with it? You know who I'm talking
Bob
about.
Spiegel's
Bob Spiegel's.
Underground Tours,
Bob Spiegel's.
yeah.
She lists out Bob Spiegel's Underground Tours.
5th Street. There's a
And then
couple
she'll
of
draw
those.
little circles. She's all like, the manhole covers are also accessible. But there's a certain thing that you need to do with them. But most of this underground offers, there's of course your mundane method of travel. But should you apply some of your vitae to manhole cover, you will be transported to a different location.
What sort of backwards Tremere bullshit is that?
I'm not entirely sure. I can't. I could have you speak with a very close associate of mine, possibly. His name is Crissini, but unfortunately he's indisposed at the moment. So your next
I'll
best...
be honest with you. I don't trust many of the Tremere in this city.
Well, he's not a Tremere. He's a Nosferatu.
That's fair enough.
Usually with underground stuff, there's another back door. There's always a back door. And I lived in the underground for a while, so it should be easy to navigate.
Girl, you know the Nos love their labyrinths.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Allie,
Probably your
you
best...
got talked to about it once when you went to go meet with someone. About how someone had decided to mess with the Nos's territory. And they made deals so no one could do it ever again.
barring speaking with Cassini, there's a couple of other individuals you could potentially reach out to.
Well, for Nosferatu, I would need to share information to get information, surely, but I don't really know much about this damn city. And the things I do know, I really wouldn't want to share.
You could go and speak with, I want to make sure I get the pronunciation correct, Milosh?
Milosh. We love
Milosh.
Milosh. Milosh is fantastic. Milosh does trade for blood.
You could speak with one Milosh. They are very, very eager to bargain and negotiate. If you don't mind actually giving up a little bit of your...
I mean, why do I have to negotiate with them? Why can't you and Pearl go?
They won't
We're all
kill me
working on this
sight.
together.
They won't kill me on sight.
Do you say they will or they won't?
They won't. Lovely Merritt, friend of the underground.
I mean, if we're working on this together, better for you to use your contacts instead of me just showing up.
I figured I assume
when I do that, people tend to shit themselves.
I'm the nicer one out of the two, so...
I was just offering the contact information out there, but we can certainly coordinate coming together.
So did you get all this information from the Nosferatu that you know? Or something else?
Ali actually hasn't dealt with Milosh too much. She's mainly dealt with Corsini, the architect, and Ren. So...
Anna.
And Anna. Yeah. Oh, that's right, because they have that connection together. Yeah, okay. A lot of this that I'm aware of is... they're due to certain people that I know throughout the city, I suppose. We could arrange potentially a meetup if you're interested.
I mean, it's a smart move, but to what end?
Well, it depends on what you want to find out.
Well, you say if I spill my blood on one of these manhole covers, I'm going to be transported somewhere different. Where? Do you know? Have you been there?
More than once.
Because if I transport myself into the middle of a fucking sabbat nest, I don't want to go in with just my dick in my hands.
I don't think it would bring you to a sabbat nest, although they probably have tried themselves. No, this one takes you to a place where you can trick about in like a labyrinth. There's a lot to see, lot of interaction that can be done with, well, if I recall correctly, there's a fair amount of mirrors, there's a fair amount of darkness, and the rock actually, well, you can talk with the rock. It will talk back to you. The stone. It moves and speaks to you in a certain way.
Would I have any idea about this talking rock? What this could possibly
Pearl,
be?
you lived in the underground. That's fucking weird. Like the moving
you
around
sure
bit, yeah. The fact that you can talk to it and it listens that's upsetting.
Now,
are you sure it's not a gargoyle that's just stuck in the wall?
Absolutely. It's not a gargoyle.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you've met a gargoyle.
That is really weird. Talking rocks.
I mean...
It's more of experiencing a sensation and understanding through a certain conveyance of emotion and want and need and understanding, more than just actual words. The rock doesn't actually speak to you. That would be ridiculous.
Indigo, where do you stand on all this?
According to Allie, I look dirty, so I should enjoy a trek through the underground.
I mean, dirty how? You know what? That's just, you know what? Anyway, what the fuck's
Any way you
Mary?
want me to be.
Alright.
Oh,
Alright, Ellie. Each of the manhole covers, do they each bring you to somewhere different or to the same place?
Also, it doesn't have to. Okay, question about because blood. If you have does it matter whose blood it is? Like, if a different person tried, say a different clan, would it lead to someplace total like that's
Not
would
that
it
I'm
lead to
aware of.
someplace totally different?
We all took turns bleeding on it, so we didn't notice anything different.
No, it's not a case of everyone hold hands while one of them
no.
bleeds.
You
Oh, no.
do know.
It was Christine.
Allie?
That's right. Yeah.
Kay was fine. Kay got down, no problem. Kay's the one who
That's
had
right.
the communication with the rocks, as you say.
Oh no, yeah.
Everybody
I should
seemed
clarify.
to be fine.
Allie didn't actually communicate with the rock. She just knows that it does that with certain people. Retract that.
Certain people.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Pearl. With certain people, it does. And you know that when certain bloodlines try and enter the underground, they get thrown into some very lovely places.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not bleeding on anything.
How about this? You all go and speak with Allie's contact, and I'll go bleed in some manholes and see where I end up.
There's places where we went to where there was darkness. Excessive darkness.
I can see through that. I have a torch on my phone.
Very well then. Just be careful, because I believe the darkness has some sentience to itself as well.
Let's just hold down.
The reason I say that is
I love that for me.
The only reason I say that is because well, we had one of our former clan mates have quite a rough time down there.
What was this clan under the rose?
No, they were Buha.
Interesting.
Or scene.
I guess
With
they
some
didn't
easy
watch
blood.
Japanese cartoons.
Alright. If we're going to the underground, let's just hope
No.
the gutter rats are on their best behavior.
Pearl, love it. Like I said, you go with Allie and then to go and talk to that contact. One who is a super rat, so I'll go bleed in a manhole or something. Let's see what Merrick has to say first, shall we? Before we go around fucking around with the city.
Yes.
Question.
Last thing I want is him pulling my leash.
Kinky. So,
She
Thanks,
kinda.
Amanda.
so,
real quick
what is your
question. Technically, don't have to use the manhole covers since I have the keys. Is that correct?
Yep.
That's what I thought. Okay. Those are back at the vault. She does not carry those with her.
No.
Why is everybody giving the small child things?
I ask that constantly.
I have a job.
Yes,
I have
I'm just a 16-year-old cute girl. Don't worry about me.
Indeed.
That's right, I killed your entire fucking pack. What are you gonna do about it, bitch? Yeah. Allie.
All right. Since she is aware of that. Okay. Mr. Magnus, you're absolutely correct that you may end up someplace very, very distressing if you do an application of your vitae and you go into the manhole cover. If you give me just a little bit of time, I think I can have something that will just help the situation a lot more safely.
Like what?
A way
What,
that...
do you have, like, keys?
I knew a Bruja once. He kept his key on his cock when he was in the sewers. It was weird.
No! No! No!
Yeah, in DC,
Really?
it was really weird.
Like upon the ring itself.
Yeah, it was Prince Albert with keys. Yeah, it was really weird. He kept jingling
No,
when he ran. It was strange.
What was that, Sam?
Pop, you know some very interesting people.
Indigo?
I do.
Indigo.
It's not important.
Oh. Okay.
So,
Um.
Indigo, is there anything else you want to do with the footage?
Yeah. Let's make sure.
Pretty much it was just reviewing it, seeing if there's anything, slowing it down, going frame by frame to see if there's anything that could be caught that might be missed watching it on its normal speed.
Yes, actually. You notice as you slow things down that whatever this is appears to be scratching out certain parts of the walls as it goes. As it darts by, it's so fast. It takes you a while going back and forth, going millisecond by millisecond. It appears it had a set pattern that it was following while it was running through the house.
Like it was running on a track.
Like it was following something.
But there's nothing
And
before.
as you watch the shadows, you notice that one of the first places it runs is to that study that Allie had you back up and take a picture of.
There were no bodies in that room.
No. No one's allowed in there. Not that you know that. That is something that Allie is aware of.
And it went straight there first.
Mm-hmm. Once it did whatever it was doing with that pattern, it went directly there.
Pattern look familiar or similar at all?
You have wards on your place, right?
Do I have wards on my place?
Mm-hmm.
I asked you if I could set wards up with my knowledge in occult because it says you have to have 3 dots or above in occult to set your own wards.
Mm-hmm.
So Indigo has tried, yes.
Yeah, just need some of that fancy sorcery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're pretty sure it was taking things down. Yes, Allie.
The the symbols. If Allie's taking a look at the symbols, they wouldn't be anything related to the hidden house.
Yes.
What symbols?
Not that you can see them in the video.
Oh, okay. Can't say. Oh,
I know what you're talking about.
So
You can't use aspects through the video.
Gotcha. Okay, can't make that connection then. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, that.
Okay. All right.
But-
Go ahead.
As you're having this conversation, you do hear someone pull into the garage. Get out. Come to the door. Walk in. Alright, so what the fuck is happening? You all
Oh,
said
no,
you had things
hi.
to talk about.
No, hi, how are you? Just automatically go into work mode.
The Cubs face, Pearl. He's pissed.
Still manners.
Your city's fucked, you know that, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Lose that attitude of me, Merrick, please. Thank you. Look, kid.
You see in his hand, he's got that necklace wrapped around it.
Is that a gift for somebody or what?
I have to go tell Liv about Roger. So,
Who?
Who?
worry about it.
Alright. Anyway,
Oh no.
the SI are attacking, the Sabat are sending Voz. Look at that pretty fucking picture on the camera. Look at the camera.
Indigo will hand him the stack of pictures.
Zilacta are running wild. People are bleeding on manhole covers. Aaron has Sabat people in his city.
Oh, fuck. I'll get a hold of him.
That's an assumption, by the way, because someone's bleeding on manhole covers in the wreck. And I was pointed there, so I'm putting one and one together and getting three, so double check.
The last time we had people bleeding on things. Well, he gives Allie a pointed look.
She told me, Actually, Allie, you said you were going to get me something. What was it?
Oh, yes, I just have to go collect something back at a secure location, and it'll be able to help you.
You know what? This little one's full of fucking secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Not my monkeys, not my circus. That's your job.
Merritt gives you a small smile, Allie. Oh.
But if I need to find out, I will. So
Yeah,
what do you
things
want
are
us to do?
fucked.
Yeah. What's the plan?
Ellie will exit and go back
Okay.
to her haven and collect the keys.
Well, and we'll give you a ride home to collect those keys and everything.
Okay.
Come on, Cub. What's the plan? You're in Liv City. How do you want this dealt with? Quietly? Explosions? Then again, my fucking demolition expert's out of town, taking care of a kid. So,
Yeah.
Indigo, how are you with Semtex? Just wondering.
What?
Semtex.
Please don't start blowing up sections of the city. I heard what happened the last time.
Oh no, I don't know. I don't know how to
worked.
do that.
What do you mean you heard what happened last time? You were there. I told you what was going to happen. Your people were meant to get all the information from that damn ruin. Did they?
Got some of it.
Anything useful?
Yeah. I was gonna ask Dr. Moon about it, but he's busy. He's seen symbols like this, and he pulls out some more of those fun little ritual circles.
Indigo, can Indigo make a roll?
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
Hi.
Yeah. As long as you got a cult.
Yeah, let's go.
Does my specialty in a kindred lore help?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ooh. 6. Oh, 7.
It.
Two.
It and 3 crits.
Oh shit!
I
Are
got.
they messy?
I got what?
So you have one crit?
No.
Okay.
I got
yeah.
1 crit.
Okay.
7
Nice.
with 1 crit.
Fantastic.
Pearl. that is a ritual of some sort.
Yeah.
But you were born in the cam. You're not up on Sabat things.
No, she was actually a Sabat embrace technically, and then was Anarch before she was forced in cam.
Ah. This is some blood sorcery bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Sire was Sabat, an abomination to Pop Pop.
That's right. I forgot. Your son.
The best man, little bastard.
Yeah. Your son. His
Dad was the bot once. Shut the fuck up. I never did a Valkyrie. Go away.
Someone's making things. Someone's attempting to recreate some sort of ritual that involves blood being exchanged.
I'm glad I'm not
The
there right
blood.
now.
Not gonna lie. I'm a bit annoyed that we killed all those fucking Tremere and Bot Hakim now.
Who's we?
Me and Pearl.
Yep. You mean more like I got my ass kicked, but you know.
Oh.
Someone
did, you were
was
fine.
trying to make something.
Milo
not
Milo
something to
did
make
great in that.
I know, it was beautiful. You and your silver sword. Yeah. It's not a gargoyle, it's something. Maybe some sort of sneaky bullshit.
Take
There's only
copies of the symbols?
Yeah.
Okay, do I have access to any kind of library or anything of that nature where I could potentially... Oh, crap.
Hope not. Otherwise, the Tremere are doing a horrible job.
Mara. Indigo's gonna ask somebody. Except she's not gonna get who she thinks she is. I know something that my character doesn't. It's fine. But she's gonna try. She's gonna try. So she'll take... If Merrick lets her copy those, she'll copy them.
Figures, I don't.
Yeah, I'll
Same.
take them. I'll add someone I can ask. I'll see if they know a little more about what exactly this is supposed to be.
As far as I know, there's only a few things blood sorcery you can make. Gargoyles, Vaz, Zalacta. That's off the top of my head, but I ain't a fucking magician.
Yeah, never been my strong suit. I didn't fuck with all that.
I mean, but if you... The thing is that if you have enough knowledge and you know what to stretch and what to change, maybe they're trying to make a whole new thing. Maybe they're experimenting and trying to come up with something different.
Well,
Allie's having a great car ride with Cullum. Just like,
as far as
yes, I never thought I'd have to see that symbol again.
as far as I know, a lot of the Tremere were abducting the Thin Bloods to get rid of their own marks. A little known secret, Indigo, the old keeper for the Camarilla, was a Sabbat infiltrator. Anyway.
I mean,
He's dead.
I... Good.
Yeah, well, he's dead anyway.
So who else might be undercover Sabat? Pretending
we
to
killed
be high-ranking members of the Camarilla, though. If one was
Right.
able to do it, how many more could, though?
Well, unless I go around interrogating each and every single one of them, which I could. Maybe that Charlotte chick. No, she's got
Who's
too much of a stick up
Charlotte?
her ass. She's got too much of a stick up her ass to be that fucking.
If
Sabat.
y'all-
Maybe she knows somebody, though. Maybe she knows someone that's acted a little shifty lately, or not been acting right. Someone who has something to hide. That's not the normal thing that everyone hides.
We could ask. the
Charlotte
Baron.
hasn't been Cam for a while. She got kicked out.
You know, good for
That
her.
doesn't... Well, there might be Sabbat infiltrating the camp. Maybe there are them infiltrating the Anarchs as well. I mean, especially with an alliance.
Thing with the Anarchs, Indigo, is that the Sabbat don't tend to infiltrate them. They just tend to convert them.
Mm-hmm.
The
However,
idea of
there
freedom.
there is an alliance of unusual circumstances within the city. And the the Sabbat aren't acting normal right now, anyways, because it looks like they're fucking hanging out with the SI. Like, I mean, we've already uncovered some shit. Well, that's what you said, Magnus. I don't know if that's true. But like, I mean, the video, they were there before anybody else was. They were there before that thing finished taking out. They caught it on their body camera. Somebody told them way ahead of time. They had to have. How would they have gotten there so fast? Something is funny.
It will also be unfortunate timing, but I think you're right. I think there's something else. What's up, bro?
If we want to know Sabbat people, I can just text Reese and he'll tell me. Because he used to work with
I would rather Reese not get involved in this. He's too squishy.
Not as squishy these days.
Watch you two get up in the fucking RV is up to you, but seriously.
Ah!
There's got enough problems going on. But if we need to, we will.
Alright, that's a last case scenario.
I don't want to put your husband in danger. You'll never forgive me.
Exactly.
Look, Alistair already said that he knows some people. We'll
Yeah,
just ask
didn't they
him when he's
mention-
free.
Yeah, when they flew off, didn't they mention they were going to help some little
There's Sabbat.
filly that he... Yeah.
There's Sabbat contact, yeah. They told me that when the time is appropriate, that he would let me speak with her. I had some questions.
That sounds like a bunch of fucking bullshit because they don't get to decide when and where.
Well, I can't really do a lot about it. I don't know if you've seen my arms, but they're noodles. So, like, what was I gonna do?
Well, I mean, you could talk to Merrick. He's the boss.
Chris has been watching all of you this whole time.
Don't make me do your
Okay,
job
but-
for you, Merrick.
I don't, you know,
You know what, kid?
I
You wanna
Okay.
talk to Bryn?
I would like to talk to Bryn. Yes, I am not well versed in things. I am an independent. Okay, so like I don't know how it works, man.
We get
Right.
paid for jobs. That's how it works.
As an independent.
I'm getting paid. I'm not getting paid.
Honey. Oh, honey, you're not getting paid.
No one's paying me. Well, that.
She'll just turn and look at Merrick.
Merrick is. Are you sure about that? Are you sure you're not getting paid?
No one's told me I'm getting paid. I have not been told I was going to be paid for shit.
It's only been a week. Maybe you should hold on a hot minute and check your bank account for one.
You have a bank account?
I have a bank
Yoke.
account.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I have to for other work purposes.
Whatever happened to just putting stuff in a bag and
Mattress.
burying it? Anyway,
It's
For
kind of hard.
none of
with
what
public
just happened, I had a technical difficulty. So if anyone was speaking to me, didn't hear it. So sorry.
Oh, check your bank account. That's what Merrick was asking. Was saying. Check your
What?
bank account.
What bank account?
yeah, because I asked.
What
You have a
bank
bank account?
account? I got paid in cash from Jimmy. I don't. What bank account? No. No.
I think Merrick
Is-
set one up for you.
What bank account?
What bank account? You know, Indigo. I think that's a discussion for a later date.
Alright. So, Cub.
Oh, do I
Anyone
need to
just
make a
handle
will
this?
save?
Yeah.
Oh, baby!
Ah. I don't have that many dice.
No. You're gonna run.
Like-
It's fine. It's.
I am. This is. Oh, no.
Yeah.
You have
Yep,
more
I
than
won
Pearl.
success.
Indigo, you are uncomfortable with the energy we have created in the studio today.
Yeah, she's just gonna like close her laptop real
Your
fast,
laptop.
stick it in her bag, and just whatever window is closest. Just gonna go out and open it, and then like go out
So you're
the
pulling
window.
an Alistair. Okay, perfect.
Is she okay?
She'll be fine. I'll let Liv know. Anyway,
Alright, now we can get the proper talking. What the fuck is going on with the city, Merrick? How long's this been going on? Liv told me a lot of stuff, but we know what she's like when she's hungry and eating.
And trying to kill
it'll
my
be better
husband.
soon. It was just a love tap.
It really was. Did you see
She
what you did to
broke
me?
my car window!
And I got the bill for that, so thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the Cub. What's up? Liv's very on edge, and I've never seen her. I've seen her on edge, but not like this. There's something off.
Pretty sure the spotter looking for something.
Spotter always looking for
We
something.
thought.
Relics.
We figured out what the
Methuselahs.
fuck it was.
What was it?
We've been having to renegotiate everything with the lupines. Those.
Again, Merrick, let's backtrack a little bit. You know what they were after. What were they after?
We thought we knew what they were after.
Well, what did you
What
think
did
it
we
was?
think it was?
I know. Hold on. I'm trying to reprocess
Remember?
all of the things that the coterie kept from them last time with their very summarized version of what they found.
You could just have Allie come back with the keys.
No.
Pounced with
No.
questions.
You all
Yeah.
got together. Okay, the last coterie all got together. And they went, we don't say everything. We say the minimum amount possible about what the situation was.
Ugh.
And they wonder why I'm not going to kill them all yet.
Yeah.
Those lips think ships.
Not what I
Brand
expected.
did some fucking thing. Trapped a bunch of something under the city. That's how she kept everybody under her thumb for so fucking long.
You're being
Someone
Methuselah.
gets pissed, you just throw it out there. Apparently it was taken care of. Liv said something about daylight and burning it to the ground. There's a whole fucking prison. And now there's a whole fucking prison.
Prison.
Dogs have taken
Prison.
over. So that's not what they're after. So I guess they didn't find what they were looking for.
Who did you have talk to the lupines?
Normally, it'd be Liv. Somehow,
Decent. Oh no.
that little ball of sunshine that just left is the one that decided to go talk to them and set up
The
a whole
small
deal.
child. The small child.
Yeah. I don't understand why Liv trusts her so much. I don't get it. But it's Liv's play. So, she made a whole fucking agreement with them.
In that
Which
agreement.
was?
Apparently, they helped take him out.
I mean, yeah.
In exchange for what?
I
Prison,
don't
probably.
know.
Well,
It's
that-
like
Because-
they did it willingly, and I don't like that. I don't like the fact that she might owe them, but apparently she doesn't. Apparently she exchanged it for something.
Mindfucker.
But she just said, it's all taken care of.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if mindfuckery was in play.
I mean, she's a fucking
Mindfuckery
so
isn't that
would make
effective
sense.
on lupines on occasion, but
I don't know.
on
All I
occasion
know is
it can
Andrew
work.
wants me to keep her away from the rest of them. So,
Great. So, number one thing on the to-do list is drag the information out of the small child about the deal that they made with the lupine.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I may just have Signy deep dive into her mind because I have a feeling she's hiding a lot more than she's saying, and I dislike that very much.
You know what they say, don't trust the cute and innocent ones.
I don't trust anybody.
No.
I love you two, but I don't trust either of you.
Bullshit, I've heard you say it when you were drunk.
Shut up. Magnus is gonna walk towards the window and just look out and see if he can see anything.
you can see a couple blocks away, Indigo has booked it.
I would have gotten my motorcycle.
Flight
and
risk.
just
Flight risk.
out of the parking lot.
The flight
Yeah.
risk has flown.
Shut up.
Why did she run?
Maybe nerves, overstimulation, it could be a bunch of things.
Yeah. And I'm gonna do a nice little whistle.
Mhm.
And call Rook, who hasn't been getting fat, thankfully.
They have proper diets.
He's kind of waddles in, kind of.
Yeah, but
Yeah. He's looking a little chunky.
I swore. She said she wasn't gonna feed you anymore, kiddo.
He cocks his head.
Wow.
Don't follow the girl on the bike.
Gives it 2 hops. Takes him a little bit to get some lift off, but he manages to follow Indigo.
I remember when he was slim.
What the hell
happened
have you
to
been
him?
beating it?
Me? Raw meat. Ileana, on the other hand.
Alright,
Good thing I said my bird was off limits.
if you
I'm hurt.
say so. No, I don't know what you're in.
Yeah, well,
I was talking to the
I'm sure I'll find
fucking
out.
project about some things, and he said that we should set up some account stuff for her.
Project.
Olivia.
Explain it to me like I'm
Subscriber.
5, Eric.
You've met Quaid, right?
Q, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
He was the guy in the car.
Mm.
Yeah, but me walking past them is not me meeting them.
We didn't officially meet. We've
Yeah.
seen each other in passing.
Called the Project Y.
He's a piece of work.
That was a horrible joke. Walk out that door, come back in.
Technically, I own this office, so.
And
Want
that
me to
means
piss
you
in the
can
corner? Walk out that door, come back in.
I was just gonna say sit in the corner and think about what you just said, but you know, we are not peeing on anything tonight. No.
Your kid's boring.
Alright. It's all the cult stuff.
Cult stuff. Oh, I heard about that. Liv was telling me you got married. Congratulations,
Uh-huh.
I guess.
Yeah, he's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of trouble sometimes. It took us 2.5 weeks to get here.
Huh.
Mysterious accidents kept happening to the RV.
I'm sure mysterious accidents will keep happening.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna
That
text
was
Reese
fucking
for
ominous.
check-in. She's gonna text Reese for check-in just to make sure he isn't being a dumbass.
Yeah, I'm just here
Where's
Takes
here?
the picture of the RV.
Okay.
He's got a jug. Seems like he's in the process of making some stuff.
Do I want to know what this one's made out of?
Sunshine. There's a gif of finger guns. Don't let pop up into it. Don't let touch it. So,
Quick question. Do we still have those? Speaking of jugs, do we still have those? Do we still have those bottles back on the docks?
yes, you do.
Cool.
All right.
Okay. When Allie goes to retrieve her yacht, she's going to speak with Tooth about recovering a couple of those bottles.
Tooth. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Because that'll actually be, that might come in handy.
Okay. All right. So, you're gonna go on a little trip. So, yeah, America. They're looking for something, and then the fucking SI. I don't know what's going on there exactly. But once again, the small one is looking into it.
Yeah, well, now I am as well.
Well, the reason I asked you to help out. I need to know what the fuck is going on. And I'm busy cleaning up other people's messes from years ago.
Oh, your barren ship.
Fucking hate it.
Don't say a fucking word. I know what you were going to say. But she's taking some time. Tell her she's alright.
Your Majesty.
I will fucking murder you. I know where you sleep. He's gonna text Indigo. You coming back or what?
So Indigo, where are you running to? Where do you find
what's going on with
the
Indigo?
safest place?
It's the last place she was before staying at the Jimmy, the little area Jimmy gave her is her haven. She's gonna go
Actually, not that far away from the office. So
her bank account. She's gonna go and check her bank account, the one that she thinks Merrick is talking about.
Fine.
What?
It's fine.
Okay.
Hasn't been touched.
It hasn't been touched. Okay. And then
it's growing. Oh, actually.
What?
With half your tech. Your interest rate's off.
My interest rate's off.
Yeah, like if it's been growing that much, why is there not as much money getting filtered into the account?
I'll look into that.
But there is notice about how things have been set up for Jimmy. You are in fact getting paid too much by Jimmy, but that's because you're also getting paid for this.
Into this bank account?
Not into this bank account. This bank account is being touched.
Okay.
The secondary account that they set up that they cash out for you, you are getting paid too much. You're getting paid for both jobs.
Okay. Because Indigo only knows about that because she snooped and then got worried and then realized it was for her. Yeah. She thought Merrick was saying that it was going to go, but she's going to check the interest rate thing on the other bank account. And then she's going to go
somewhere else.
Is being filtered somewhere else. Yeah, now she wants to know what that's about.
Your investment account with Matthias Consolidation.
My fucking what?
Yeah.
No, we're stopping this now.
Okay.
I failed that will save. This is the
I know.
priority.
Okay, that's the priority. We will get back to that because it is. You're late for me. Allie.
Mm-hmm.
But you shut it down, Indigo. You shut it down. You hack into your own account. You know all the information. It's very easy for you.
Mm-hmm.
You've just been so much more careful than you have.
Yeah. Stop whatever that is. Just through, I don't know, red tape bullshit, make it look like something went haywire. Just anything that makes it look like,
It's fraud, obviously.
yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Allie, you got your keys. You head back. You get your jugs. You show up.
Yeah, I'm going to keep the jugs in the car. Safely put away. When she's at the vault, she just double checks, make sure everything's cool. Gets the keys, checks on the jar. And then heads back. And she goes into the office, and Merrick's there and doesn't see Indigo, though.
Nope,
Okay, so
Indigo's
Indigo's
gone.
not back
Indigo
yet.
has bailed.
So it's just Merrick and Magnus and Pearl.
Pearl.
Mm-hmm. Pearl is just staring Allie down.
Mm-hmm. Miss Whip.
Get what you went for?
I did. Merrick, glad you were able to stop by. Did you get all the information that you've needed from what we were able to supply this week?
What's this? And he pulls up the symbol that was at the college. Now, Allie, you've seen a variation of this.
Mm-hmm.
The correct one. The one that makes it work. This one, they don't have it quite right. Artistically speaking, you have no idea what those symbols mean. But you know it doesn't look the same.
She's going to go over to the whiteboard.
Mm-hmm.
So that. Is that from the picture from the house? Or okay.
It's the same
She does
symbol.
have one dot in a cult, by the way. Just
I know. It's that same symbol that was etched into the front of the prison.
I'm afraid that this is not my strong point. I have to put that out there. But that symbol is not correct. This one here is what they actually should be using. But thankfully they haven't.
Who?
Yeah, what do you mean thankfully they haven't? What happens if we got it right? I feel like you're not telling us everything, Ellie. I feel like you're playing your cards close to your chest, but right now we don't need that.
We just got this one destroyed.
That I don't know, actually. A second one? You're saying they're trying something else? The first one was regards to the, well, as you're somewhat aware, of the prison. Where they kept the army. The army's destroyed. That symbol was used in the making and keeping and maintenance. And access.
Magnus is just gonna stare at Pearl like,
All I know is they killed a bunch of people to make this thing. and they kept killing people to keep it contained. That's what I heard from Liv.
That's accurate.
That if Lou Grant was still alive, we'd be ripping her limb from limb.
Marty,
Now the Sabbat have
maybe
been-
that thing
My
that
question
Indigo showed us
is,
in the camera
yeah.
is
so
what they kept there.
Quick question: are you sure every kill was confirmed?
With
The army wiping them out, whatever they were looking for down there was handled. Has it all been literally confirmed?
Yes.
How did you make a deal with the Lupines anyway?
Yeah, I want to know about that. That is something that I'm still curious about exactly. But as long as they say you're good, as long as you're not gonna do anything to fuck us over, I think we're square. I've still seen you go over there a couple times. And I know it had to do with whatever the fuck was going on with that little brouhaha. But she's gone now. So I'm gonna need you to stay away from them. I don't know what you did.
I know, that's why I asked. I want to know. We're all friends here, right?
With respect to the Lupines, they were they were persuaded to help us destroy a common enemy. Also in the process, something very dear to them. I'm not sure entirely what it is.
Odom, perhaps?
They had a name for it. It's not something I'm very familiar with, unfortunately. But they told me that it was fixed. Was healed.
What was the name they used?
A cairn?
Oh. It's pretty much where they live. Where they collect spiritual energy.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently it was in very, very corrupted, in a terrible state. And I fixed it.
How did you fix the curve?
I don't know exactly how it happened. I just know that Elias wanted to be taken home. And I took him home.
What?
Elias? Who's Elias?
Oh, this is opening up a whole can of worms.
Problems when you don't give the gang all the information. They will pull and pull until they get it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Allie's already on the top of Pearl's shit list right now, so...
Wow. I don't even know you. I don't even know Pearl.
Yes.
No, you're hiding shit, so you're automatically on top of the shit list.
Now the who is Elias?
I will let
Elias
you know. Pearl was just gonna glare at Allie the whole time.
Sure, that's
Yeah.
fine.
I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, go to bed. I'm wrapping
snap.
up here in a
Oh,
second.
okay.
So
All right.
yeah.
Night.
Have a good night. So yeah, American. You got 3 gangrels staring you down. You're used to this at this point.
Elias is the best that I can describe who he was. He appeared to be a vessel of some sorts, a specially built container. He held the ability to manipulate the prison.
Magnus, you're old 8, right? You're looking at those symbols again. You're looking at the correctly drawn picture.
Mm-hmm.
Someone was pulling whatever it is that counts as a soul in Kindred into something. Someone was pulling whatever it is that keeps mortals alive, and whatever the fuck that other symbol is. And locking it away. You've seen a couple symbols for fetters. You've met some Giovanni in your time. Someone made this. It's not normal blood sorcery.
Do any of you ever get the feeling when you step in dog shit and just won't come off?
Once Indigo takes care of the financial issue that was happening, she'll text Magnus back.
Yeah, you get that text.
Yeah. And I'll text Magnus back and be like, I went to go take care of something real fast. I'll be right back.
You know that this probably couldn't be accomplished again. This takes more power than they have. And if you mess it up, well, it's going to make something terrible.
I'm asking for overtime now, Merrick.
I'm gonna go have a conversation with my wife.
Tell her I say hello.
Mm-hmm. And he leaves.
And then I'm asking for overtime.
Get your fucking overtime.
Is there anything else you need to know?
Why you? Why were you the one sent to make a deal with the Lupines when it's normally Liv's job? And why didn't they eat you as soon as they saw you?
I would have been more than happy to let Miss Olivia handle the situation and negotiations of that. However,
But
for the sake of their anonymity and their protection, I won't tell you their name.
that's stupid.
But
go on.
one of the Lupines is very important to me. And they and I am important to them. And it is because of that interchangeable need a negotiation was brokered. Elias,
You know, I can take a lot of things away from that, Ellie.
I know. I don't really want to deal with it anymore at this moment in time, but it was suitable for what needed to be done when we needed it done. But that doesn't change the fact as from before.
Alright. Now that Merrick is out of the room, though, Liv's not here.
Mm-hmm.
What did you and your little gang fail to tell them before? From what I've been told, you keep your cards, like I said, close to your chest. And I highly doubt you told them everything because, that means you have one up. We don't play one up here. Because if we want to help this city, we all need to know whatever the fuck is going on. And anyone that keeps information to themselves is a liability. I'm not one for lying. I always put my cards out. I'm really bad at poker.
In some instances, It's important to know the landscape of trust.
I don't trust you.
Neither do
Trust with me is earned.
I. Understandable. What we're dealing with in the city, at least up until this point. Are you familiar with something, when one of us has reached a state of where we all but operate in frenzy?
Whites.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've killed. Ugh, I don't know. Not
Me.
exactly something you want to walk into in a dark alley.
Exactly. Me and my coterie mates are the ones who discovered that that's what the prison held. A veritable army of whites. And they could be controlled. They could be...
Controlled.
Yes. They could be controlled and accessed and stored. All of these were available to anyone who had all the right components to them. And she's going to point at that symbol on the whiteboard and said that is one of the components.
I've heard of white packs with one white controlling the weaker members, but never someone controlling an entire fucking army of them.
We dealt with close to 50 of them.
42.
Big fucking pack
42.
Of whites.
Yes, so, apologies. 42.
Ah, well, you just rounded up. Still
You
a lot
killed
fucking
8 of
whites.
them.
What was that? Sorry.
You killed 8 of them.
Ah.
And then you just slaughtered the rest with a bunch of lupines. And several other shenanigans that should not have worked but did.
Yes.
Magnus, you're looking at that and she's explaining whites. You know how some of your disciplines work, where you can make it so the beast is quiet.
I hope so.
We'll see if those ever work. It's like they took everything that made it so the beast was contained and it brought it to the forefront. Whatever these were, the whites is the basic equivalent. Except for, well, it's like their humanity got taken elsewhere.
The more and more you tell me, the less and less I like. So I'm glad you're telling me. Because this isn't natural.
It is not.
Becoming a white is not easy. You've gotta, well, in some cases you gotta really fucking work for it. Gotta be the most degenerate motherfucker you know. I'm talking about killing kids and blowing up orphanages, degenerate. And sometimes even going further.
That is where the form.
But to have that many in one place at one time, that's unnatural. And I say that in the loosest sense, unnatural. Now, from what I know, there's no fucking Giovanni or Hakata in the city, am I correct?
No, you would be incorrect. There are Hakata in the city, and Giovanni. There was an attempt to reach out to the Giovanni, not myself, one of my former coterie mates. There was an outreach planned to coordinate with them for some assistance, some negotiations.
How did that go?
Did not go well. They ended up having to be eliminated.
What, the Giovanni or your friend?
Both.
All right. And do you know where they base their operations out of? What's the criminals like in the city? The mafiosa.
Allie is aware of about where some of their operations are, but she doesn't have a whole lot of other details. She mainly is aware of Francesca.
Francesca is the only remaining Giovanni in the city after what you did. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Francesca would be the individual that you or us can follow up with. They are aware of the situation, working under, or should I say, within the domain of Olivia. But it's not above them to also have possibly brokered contracts with others.
Well, the reason I ask is because doing this is not something you can do with just blood sorcery alone.
It's
Look
like
at the pictures.
in order to
shadows.
maintain the ritual, they had to keep doing it. The more you look at it, the more you find out about it. That's why there's so many.
Is Indigo back yet?
She's about to pull up.
Yeah, she's probably
about to pull
pulling up.
Okay.
She's
To
back.
keep control of what was already taken, you had to keep taking and taking and taking.
Allie's gonna reach into her bag, pull out some of the Polaroids of the records that were kept in the now library that is burned down. And she's gonna lay them out in front of Magnus.
You don't know. Of a man who I think Allie will point out as Elias.
Mm-hmm.
Of the books that definitely, if the Tremere found out that this person had, would be pissed. Books that the Tremere would murder copious amounts of people to have. Books you've never heard of.
The woman in this photo here, because I've got the picture of the painting still that was down in the underground. This is Lou Grand.
Well, ain't she pretty?
Pretty
Those
awful.
are really big. Never mind.
Really big pearls? Yes. She tend to wear a lot of jewelry.
That's what we're calling them. Yeah, pearls.
This gentleman that's over here, that's Elias. He is the one who, to the very best of my understanding, you have to understand, Magnus. He wanted me to sacrifice him. I took him to a particular place, a particular spot. There was a monument there, some type of rock I was not familiar with, covered with moss.
Stone slab, was there a stone dagger as well? Just curious. Because that's how this whole fucking thing started.
He was sacrificed there. And that's what, to the very best of my understanding, was what the Lupines told me did the deed. But these records, everything here, all these names that you see listed, all these lineages, all these bloodlines, this is what was used over the decades to keep control of the prison.
I mean, I'll be honest, I think it's entirely fucking stupid that they had it recorded because, well, but you know, that's just me. However,
I think someone...
this is entirely unnatural. This needs, and there's bound to be more. I'm sorry, but this just not just pop up on occasion.
I can tell you that the vast majority of the underground, to me at least, is unknown, unmapped. I don't know of anyone currently in the city. There might be one or two who know it in its entirety.
I mean, sewer rats They have to. That's their fucking bread and butter.
One of the sewer rats, as you say, is not having so grand of a time down there.
Why?
They can't actually get to where they want to go.
Because of that labyrinth you mentioned?
Kind of. They're trapped.
It's weird. If I remember some of my history, it was their kind that created labyrinths.
You'd be correct. How they did it and how it's manipulated, I don't know. But I do know.
Yeah.
But I do know, and that's when she also brings out the set of keys.
Hey, I'll be honest with you, Allie. I get lost in hedge mazes. I just go through them.
Everyone gets lost in the hedge.
Indigo, you do in fact walk in.
Oh yeah, you've probably
Hang
been
on.
listening
Hang
to a
on.
good portion of this. I'm assuming you've been listening to a
Little
good
bit.
portion of this. So,
A little bit.
and then she's going to pull out the keys and go, I had to give up one of these keys, but I was able to keep the rest. And these, to the very best of my knowledge, allow for traversal into the underground and other places that I can't quite actually describe. I met
What
some.
you're telling me is that you technically have the keys to the city right there.
In a way, yes.
Someone gave the rainbow the keys to the city. Absolutely, yeah. Exactly what happened. Yeah.
All right. So when I go to the manhole, how do I use them?
There's actually certain spots that I believe you use these. I don't believe that they're usable on the manhole covers. Or are they?
Never tried.
Actually, I haven't tried them on the manhole covers, so
No.
she'll be upfront about that. Haven't tried these yet on the manhole covers, but there are certain points within the city, and she refers back to what she drew on the whiteboard, that these keys can be used.
Well, I love a little bit of experimentation. Speaking of, you okay, Indigo? What the hell happened to you?
I had to go check something.
Oh, did you leave?
Did you not notice I was gone?
Bit rude.
No, I meant. Well, I noticed you were gone. Sorry, she was gone when you left, so she doesn't know she has no idea under what circumstances you left.
No.
Sorry, I meant to
if
say.
That's what she's asking.
I meant to
She said,
say.
Did you leave? I
Did you
wasn't
leave?
here.
I meant no. I phrased that terribly. Sorry. She meant to say.
That's fine.
Why did you leave? Sorry. Why did you leave? That's what I meant to ask. I'm so sorry.
I needed to check on something.
Fair enough.
Ow.
Careful.
You guys go talk to that Nos. See what they know. I'll go try these keys on some manhole to see where I turn up. What's the worst that can happen?
You could lose cell service and no one could find you.
You actually do not have cellular.
That's really the
service.
worst that could happen in your mind?
Well, actually,
You innocent person.
Actually,
Okay, you know
you're not
what?
wrong. Actually, Magnus.
As long as I can
is
play
correct.
Snake, we're good.
She's actually.
I
correct,
assume
Magnus,
you
we
don't
can't
think
reach
you're gonna die, so I'm going with worst case scenario of getting stuck. But like, no, really worst case is you could die again. So like,
That is true.
I was just going
Well,
off the
every-
assumption you didn't think you were gonna die. So yeah, there we go.
But if I do die, that means all three of you know. Not a good idea.
That's not the best way to test that, I feel.
I mean, the other way
I
is
would much
send
rather
you.
not lose the keys. Either.
To send me. Yeah, that's a horrendous idea, actually. But that's
How about
fine.
this? How about this? I would much rather prefer if we go speak with our contact, and then let us, as a group, just to be on the safe side, go and check out the access to the underground. I would
We could
much...
do that, but I normally prefer working alone. That way you guys don't get hurt or in my way. I don't mean to offend, but
I know. But...
as
Don't
Indigo
you, though?
said, she's squishy.
I am very squishy. See, but in the way
what good is
meaning, you assume we're gonna cause you more problem.
I have an idea.
I'm saying that I could freak out and stop.
And if I freak out, someone is just gonna push me over with a light breeze. So, like,
Well, how about this, Indigo? How about yourself? How about yourself and Pearl and potentially Dr. Alistair? Go and meet with the contact. Since
what are we
Not
talking
girls,
with the
not girls.
contact about? Like, I feel like I've missed something. Like, what are we speaking to this person about? What do we need to know?
they're an
She's on the
Nosferatu.
underground.
They're
What about the underground?
Exactly. What about the underground? We need information on it.
It's Milos.
Ways in, ways out, ups, downs, left, rights, Nosferatu markings. We don't need to know where the Warrens are, so don't even ask.
This individual is just gonna give us that information.
No, you
Well,
will
that'd
have
be
to
a price.
negotiate.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. Of course.
But then again, that's why I want you to go, Alec, because you're the best negotiator. Also, Pearl might try and kill him, so.
If I can't stop her if she tries, so like
Exactly.
I'm just gonna stand there and watch. No, I'm not even gonna watch. I'm just gonna walk out because I'm not gonna be a witness to a murder.
Me and Indigo can go into the sewers. I'm pretty sure I can put her on my shoulders and get a trench coat or something. People will be very confused.
Look, I'm very stealthy. If you freak out, you just won't see me again for a little while.
But I could smell you.
Kinky. So
What happens in the sewers stays in the sewers, right, Indigo? Anyway, moving on.
Okay.
I need to stop playing into her fantasies.
Mhm.
I mean, if you want to wrap your big strong arms around me, I'm not gonna argue.
Magnus.exe has crashed.
On that note,
I'm shitting with you,
it's
man.
getting that time. You guys are making plans to go to the underground. You guys are going to take and get the information you can. Now that Allie has finally told someone what happened.
It's been weighing on my soul for so long.
Yeah, just let it go. Be like, yeah, the Sabbat are trying to make some fucked up things, and this is a problem we needed to stop.
Yep, they're still trying. We want to stop them.
That lovely note.
On that lovely note, thank you so much for joining us for this shenanigan.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining
Yeah.
us here
Y'all
at the
did it.
Collective.
Congratulations.
Welcome to the collective.
Welcome to the collective. We will
did
catch
it.
you tomorrow. I don't know when you're gonna watch this. I don't dictate how you live your life.
Saturday
But,
night.
Saturday, May 14th.
Episode.
Changeling, The Lost.
May 14th. May
Yeah.
16th.
May 6th.
No.
No, you're right. May 14th.
No, May
it's tomorrow.
14th. Today's
Today's the
May
13th.
13th.
Jesus
It's Friday the
Christ.
13th.
I'm confused.
Milo,
I'm the idiot.
I'm
It's
too
fine.
tired for this. I can't
I
deal
am
with
too, apparently.
timey-wimey
Jesus
stuff.
Christ.
It's been a long
I'm
day.
from
You
the
all have
future.
a lovely night. Drink water, you thirsty bastards, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Have a good night.
Not
See you
me,
next
but the
time.
rest of these folks.
Good night.
Goodbye.
Good night.